It's always interesting.
Jesse Ventura lived in Brooklyn Park when he was first elected mayor, but while mayor, he moved to Maple Grove.
Well, that seems a little strange that he would criticize somebody else for something that he was doing.
So I think you should live in the state and be a resident of the state to run for the Senate, not play hopscotch around the country in whatever career politician political move they want to do to advance their career.
So no to Hillary Clinton running from the Senate from New York?
She never lived in New York. Why did she run from Arkansas?
I don't know that it's the same because he did live here. She doesn't obviously live in New York.
They sure don't see it that way over at the Dairy Queen.
It's like calling the pot calling the kettle black, I guess.
What, you want an ice cream cone, Victor? If she wants to have a residence in name only, if she wants to rent an apartment in name only, basically what he did here in Brooklyn Park, then that's what she should be allowed to do, and he's not the one to speak out against it.
The people here in Brooklyn Park aren't surprised to hear what the governor said on national TV because long before he was making the rounds on the Washington talk shows, he was making the rounds here.
Yeah, Jesse's a controversial issue no matter what he says or does, so that's just the way it is. It's always going to be that way, I think. That's what makes him so wonderful.
Bridget Bornstein, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
Again, Jesse Ventura did live in Brooklyn Park when he was first elected mayor in 1991, but he bought a home in Maple Grove where he spent most of his time while keeping the other property in the city.
Chippewa Indians want their right to fish in Minnesota free of state regulations. The case is now before the U.S. Supreme Court. Governor Ventura told reporters yesterday, quote, if those rules apply, then they ought to be back in birch bark canoes instead of 200 horsepower Yamaha engines with fish finders. He went on to say that during the Vietnam War, he fished by tossing grenades into the water. Navy SEALs referred to this as DuPont fishing, named after the maker of the grenade. Ventura said, that's my natural heritage. My heritage as a frogman is DuPont fishing. I would question why I can't DuPont fish. We couldn't reach anybody in the Native American community for comments last night.
Getting women more involved in government is the focus of a big gathering in St. Paul. It's a two-day event called Women and Girls Come to the Capitol. Last night, a panel of activists talked about equality and feminist issues. Today, they'll meet and have lunch with lawmakers at the Capitol.
A visitation will be held today for Minnesota businessman Kurt Carlson. He died Friday at the age of 84. Carlson suffered a stroke in February and had been hospitalized ever since. Carlson owned Carlson Companies, one of the world's largest private businesses. Visitation is today from 5 until 9 at the Hennepin Avenue United Methodist Church in Minneapolis. Funeral services are at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at the church. The public is invited to attend both ceremonies, but his burial will be private.
The Schubert Theater will be on the move again tomorrow. The Schubert Theater got a wheel alignment yesterday. Crews carefully rotated the theater, and it is now in position to move across 6th Street. And that will happen sometime tomorrow.
A new drunk driving ordinance in New York City is coming under fire. If you're caught driving drunk in New York, police will confiscate your vehicle. It's the first city in the country to seize vehicles in DWI arrests. Police hope that the new law will cut down on fatalities.
We sure had a beautiful weekend. Jim Guy takes a complete look at your work week forecast coming up in 2 minutes.
Plus, Monica Lewinski talked with Barbara Walters this weekend. We'll have the latest on plans to televise the interview.
You're watching Channel 5 Eyewitness News Morning.
Pedro Luggage and Briefcase Center is known for their huge selection and low prices on major brands of luggage, ladies' handbags, business cases, and same-day repair service. Pedro Luggage Center, the full-service luggage store, minutes away by freeway on the corner of 10th and Robert St. Paul.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all sales are not created equal, that among these truths is the right to pursue quality furniture at affordable prices, that everyone is endowed with the freedom to make no payments for 6 months. Announcing Home's President's Sale. Express your freedom of choice and selection. Home's President's Sale ends Wednesday at Home Furniture.
When bad weather hits, you don't want to wait all morning for school closing announcements, so turn to Channel 5's new School Watch Plus, sponsored by White Bear Lake Superstore. School Watch Plus and Weather Center 5 give you the fastest school closing announcements in central Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Why wait for anyone else? School Watch Plus, fast, accurate information so you can move on with your day. That's Eyewitness News. School Watch Plus, sponsored by White Bear Lake Superstore. The best selection and discounts on Pontiacs, GMC trucks, and Hyundais.
Watch Eyewitness News Morning and get the weather forecast when you want it with Weather Now. Look at the bottom of your screen and see the day's forecast anytime during the morning news. Weather Now, exclusively on Channel 5. That's Eyewitness News.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have all the answers.
Interesting. You hungry?
Yeah. You just have to be yourself, which, by the way, is pretty good. Do good. Mentor a child. Call 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
Welcome back. You are watching Eyewitness News Morning.
It is 8 minutes after the hour right now. We saw the Timberwolves game yesterday, just joking about it a little bit here in the break. Great game. I had
Good
fun.
game. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Good game, and Peeler's a heck of a player.
He's the man, huh?
But Marbury runs the team. There's no doubt about that. He
And
is quick.
Smith had a good game yesterday.
See, she's learning all this stuff. See?
Jim, you teach well.
Poor Jim. We were with his wife, his sister-in-law, and me. And all of us just kept going, Jim, 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 to explain stuff. But I'm glad you did, because it made the game more
Had to have
meaningful.
assigned seating. We'll put the women all together here, and I'll be down here on the end by myself watching the game.
We should say that most women would know a lot more about the sport than the particular women you were with yesterday, but it was fun nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's a good show. They do a lot of interesting things there. It's a lot of, even at, during timeouts, watching Crunch, and it's fun. Okay, on we go. Enough mattering about our weekend. 9 minutes after 5. Here's a look at the day coming up and conditions right now. We're now at 19. Relative humidity 67%. The pressure is falling. The wind out of the southeast at 9. Wind chill not that much of a factor. And we'll warm back up into the low 30s again today after a very nice weekend. But now a change coming. And look at the clouds rolling in and over us. Now, a lot of this is just some high, thin cloudiness for the time being. So a little filtered sunshine this morning. The clouds are a little bit thicker and